Back in the 60s, Mexico City would host the season-ending race, a party of motor racing. Well, it might not host the finale now, but Mexico hosts a party nonetheless. So welcome to the Autódromo Hermanos Rodríguez for the Mexico City Grand Prix. Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? We'll soon find out. As the cars come back towards the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can. And they'll be hoping to finish today's race on the podium, failing that, within the points.
Mamma mia.
That's a decent start, good job. P17. Hulkenberg ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 1.2 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Magnussen's behind you. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Your pit window opens in 15 laps time. DRS is being enabled this lap. Use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Bottas is ahead of you now. Our gap to the car in front is 0.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1 minute 22.0. You're closing by 4 tenths a lap. Keep it going. Gap to your teammate ahead is 5.3 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're 8th. Your last lap time was a 1:20.6. Stroll is ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Bottas is behind you. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Pit window opens in 12 laps time. 12 laps. Fastest lap at this point in time is a 1 minute 20.0. We don't currently have the data for that request. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. was a 1:21.3. Ahead. Okay, gaps of the car ahead is 1.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Time last lap was a 1:21.7. This is great stuff. We're gaining by 0.3 a lap. Good work. Right, keep pushing, you're gaining on the car ahead. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Ocon ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. And the time last lap was a 1:21.8. This is great stuff. We're gaining by 0.3 a lap. Good work. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.8 seconds. Catching the car in front by about a second a lap. Currently P11, currently P11. Sonoda's ahead of you. Okay, they're on old softs. Ocon behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, gap to leader, 10.3 seconds. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. window, you're going to be on softs. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. In this lap, push now. Let's go, come on! That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Okay, 2 stops left now, 2 stops. a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. And that's P18, P18. That's Gasly ahead. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 5.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Albon behind. We're leaving the car behind by 2.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Pit window will be open in 17 laps time. Pit window opens in 17 laps. Max is coming in for his stop. Okay, so the car behind has just come in. They're now on a soft tyre. Soft tyres on the car behind. And gap to the car in front is 2.9 seconds. Okay, Piastri just ahead. Push hard, push hard. Okay, gap ahead is 3.6 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Your last lap time was 1 minute 41.8. You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap. Currently, the fastest lap is at 1:20.0. Sorry, we can't provide you with that information right now. Top 10 now, keep it up. Shoes ahead of you now. Our gap to the car in front is 20.6 seconds. They're on fresh softs. We think they've got one more stop. Okay, so the car ahead's come in and fitted the soft tyre. We're currently trailing our teammate by 4.2 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're currently 5th. Time last lap was a 1 minute 19.9. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 3.1 seconds. Car ahead is a second a lap faster than you. Shoe behind. Okay, gap to the car behind. Car behind, 2.3 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. And the time last lap was a 1:20.7. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 3.9 seconds. Okay, you're in ninth position. Norris just ahead, push for the position. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 4.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, shoes behind you now. Okay, car behind trailing us, 2.9 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Our gap to first place is 9.3 seconds. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window opens in 10 laps. Okay, 47 laps to go. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 4.3 seconds. I've got information on Albon for you. They seem to have an issue. Gap to your teammate ahead is 6.1 seconds. Lando ahead. And gap to the car in front is 3.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 20.7. Okay, you're dropping back by around 2/10 each lap. Okay, gap ahead is 4.9 seconds. behind by 5/10 a lap. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Lando's ahead of you now. Our gap to the car in front is 4.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 8 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:20.6. Okay, we're dropping back by around 4/10 a lap. Give it everything you got. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 4.6 seconds. Running P9, keep going. Piastri ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 4.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Ocon's behind you. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind. 5.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, so gap to the leader is 13.5 seconds. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. Okay, 40 laps to go now. Approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. They're in second. The difference is 0.2 seconds. And the time last lap was a 1:21.2. ahead starting to create a gap. They're just starting to pull away from us now. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Okay, we're boxing for this lap, give us the best in lap you can. Ocon behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 6.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 16 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. Your last lap time was a 1:23.5. Okay, let's go now, come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Okay, 1 stop to go, just 1 stop left in this strategy. We got P16, Sargent ahead. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. That's Ricardo behind. Our gap behind is 26.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Pit window will be open in 17 laps time. Pit window opens in 17 laps. And there's 36 laps to go. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 4.5 seconds. Green flag. Got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. ahead of you, and gap to the car in front is 6.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. We think they've got 1 more stop. Time last lap was a 1 minute 39.1. Okay, gap ahead is 5.6 seconds. Okay, you're in ninth position. Okay, Piastri just ahead. Push hard, push hard. Our gap to the car in front is 5.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Shoot behind. Okay, the gap behind is 7.6 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Distance to the leader is 25.1 seconds. And that's 33 laps to go. Trailing our teammate by 9.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 5th, and the time last lap was a 1:18.8. You've lost some time to the car behind. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 7.4 seconds. P9. You're running P9. Keep going. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 6.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, shoes behind you now. And the gap behind us is 6.3 seconds. Okay, gap to leader, 22.0 seconds. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window opens in 10 laps. 29 laps to go. That's Max ahead now. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 6.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 20.6. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 6.8 seconds. Behind by 7.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:21.4. Okay, that last lap was a 1 minute 20.6. Okay, Norris is in the pits. The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1:18.7. We don't have the data for that, I'm afraid. Gap to the car in front is 6.1 seconds. Sat in P8, well done. Alonso's ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 6.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. Norris behind. Okay, gap to the car behind. 10.0 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Our gap to first place is 24.8 seconds. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. Okay, 22 laps left. Safety car, no overtaking, reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Okay mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD. Okay, overtake the safety car. You may overtake the safety car. It's waiting to pick up the leader. Got that, confirmed. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. Okay, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Max is in the pits. Max in the pits. Okay, go. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Okay, you're in ninth position. That's Russell just ahead. Push for the position. Our gap to the car in front is 6.9 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Sonoda behind. Okay, car behind trailing us, 0.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, so gap to the leader is 25.8 seconds. Look after these tyres now. You want to finish the race on this compound. You've got 20 laps left until the end. safety car in this lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. Flag.
Oh, no, issue with the engine.
Out of the race. P6, you've got P6. Piastri ahead. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. That's Alonso behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. The distance to the leader is 2.9 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Yellow flag. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Norris just ahead. Push for the position. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 21.5. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Hamilton ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. Car ahead has some minor front wing damage, but is currently maintaining its pace. Your last lap time was a 1:22.4. This is great. We're gaining by around 9/10 a lap. Keep it up. Great manoeuvre, you made it look so easy. Currently the fastest lap is a 1 minute 18.7. We don't currently have the data for that request. work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. P3, you're currently in P3. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 3.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Hamilton's behind you now. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind, 2.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, gap to leader, 3.8 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, 12 laps to go. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 1.8 seconds. Norris is behind you. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 2.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 13 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:19.0. Okay, Sainz is ahead of you. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. And the time last lap was a 1:19.1. Okay, you're dropping back by around 0.2 each lap. Drivers just moved into first place. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 1.6 seconds. Leclerc's moved into first place. Okay, you sat in P2. Leclerc ahead, less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, Sainz is behind you. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. And that's 8 laps to go. Last lap was a 1:19.4. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Your last lap time was a 1:19.8. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Car ahead, well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race. Second place, you're in second place. Leclerc ahead, less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. That's Sainz behind you now. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 4 laps remaining. Okay, Sainz is behind you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 17 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:20.4.
Honestly, what are we doing? Racing or ping pong?
Mind that front wing is going to need replacing if it takes too much damage. Tyre condition still looking good. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining, 5 laps of fuel left. The car behind is gaining on you by 5/10 a lap. Okay, you're sat in P2. Sainz ahead. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Leclerc is behind you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Final lap, push, push.
Bravo, Carlos.
Oh man, that's it! It's all over and you are the world champion!
And with that, another year of Formula One draws to a close and a new World Drivers' Champion is declared. Another entry added to that prestigious list of the sport's most incredible drivers. Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. So let's review the drivers' standings. We also crown a champion today, as their lead at the top is now an insurmountable one. What a great year it's been for Formula One. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Carlos Sainz certainly wasn't someone to scoff about. His ability to follow race strategies throughout with pinpoint precision has to be commended.
Let's move on to the constructors. No change in the top spot then, but with today's points, their hold on that lead is getting weaker. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.